How does one man convince ordinary people to kill for him? No supernatural powers, no political authority, just manipulation, charisma, and psychological control. The story of Charles Manson and the Manson family isn't just true crime. It's one of the most disturbing examples of cult psychology in modern history. And today, we're breaking down how manipulation turned devotion into violence. Charles Manson had a troubled childhood. Abandonment, crime, instability, years spent in correctional institutions. But despite his violent past, he developed something powerful, the ability to manipulate people emotionally. In the late 1960s, Manson began attracting followers in California, mostly young people searching for meaning, identity, and belonging. He promised freedom, love, purpose, but beneath that image was psychological control. This is important. Most cult members don't join expecting danger. They join searching for connection, community, meaning, acceptance, and charismatic leaders know exactly how to exploit those emotional needs. Manson displayed many classic traits associated with cult leaders: narcissism, charisma, manipulation, lack of empathy. He created an image of himself as both spiritual guide and revolutionary figure, and his followers slowly surrendered their independence to him. One of Manson's most powerful tactics was isolation. The group lived separately from mainstream society, cut off from outside influence. This made followers emotionally and psychologically dependent on the group, and especially on Manson himself. Manson didn't control people through force alone. He used emotional conditioning, fear, validation, attention, punishment, approval. Over time, followers stopped trusting their own judgment and started trusting only him. Inside cults, individual thinking often disappears. This is called groupthink. People begin prioritizing loyalty to the group over logic or morality. Questioning becomes betrayal. Obedience becomes survival. Manson also used psychedelic drugs strategically. These substances weakened emotional barriers and increased psychological suggestibility. Reality became blurred, and Manson positioned himself as the only person who truly understood the world. Manson preached bizarre apocalyptic beliefs, including an approaching race war he called helter-skelter. He convinced followers they were part of a larger cosmic mission, and once people believe violence serves a greater purpose, morality becomes easier to distort. In August 1969, the horror escalated. Members of the Manson family committed the brutal murders of actress Sharon Tate and several others. The following night, Leno and Rosemary LaBianca were also murdered. The crimes shocked America and permanently changed public perception of cults. Because the killers weren't strangers, they were manipulated followers. Young people transformed psychologically into instruments of violence. That reality feels terrifying, because it suggests manipulation can reshape ordinary people completely. Cult members are often emotionally vulnerable, searching for identity, purpose, direction. Manson exploited those vulnerabilities expertly. He made followers feel special, while slowly destroying their independence. Manson created an environment where followers feared leaving. Emotionally, psychologically, socially, the group became their entire reality, and dependency strengthened loyalty. After the murders, the Manson family became a national obsession. The media portrayed Manson as the embodiment of evil, and the case symbolized the collapse of 1960s counterculture ideals. Because cult psychology still exists today, manipulation, charismatic influence, emotional exploitation, group radicalization, these dynamics continue appearing in different forms around the world. For writers and storytellers, this case teaches the power of psychological manipulation, group dynamics, charismatic villains, emotional dependency. Ideology is control, because the scariest monsters often look completely human. The Manson family story isn't just about one cult. It's about how vulnerable humans can become when searching for meaning, identity, and belonging. That's what makes this story timeless and terrifying. Charles Manson didn't control people through supernatural power. He used psychology, manipulation, isolation, and emotional control, and the horrifying result became one of America's darkest true crime stories. If you want more deep true crime and psychological storytelling breakdowns like this, subscribe, because the most terrifying stories are often the ones revealing how easily the human mind can be manipulated.